Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of My Chaotic Budget. My name is Sandra and on this channel we do all things budget related as it pertains to mine and my husband's paychecks. And in this episode we are going to go ahead and check and see what our progress is on our emergency fund. If you are new to my channel, you will get to understand that for me, having an emergency fund is not easy, especially with the busy kind of lifestyle that we have and our bad habits. We do have some bad habits, but you know what? It's okay. We've learned to manage them, and being aware of them is usually the first step instead of being in denial. So at least I know we're heading in the right direction by recognizing what some of our issues are. But we need to have an emergency fund because that's one of the most basic things that you need to have. So that's why I was happy to get this little book on Amazon, The Most Basic Emergency Fund. It saves you $1,000 and it works with these little numbers that you can manage with your budget, which it helps me quite a bit. Now, I'll go ahead and I'll put up here on the screen how much we have in total. We have a total of $583 in our emergency fund, which is completely amazing, but it's because we've pivoted. If you haven't checked out my pivoting video, I'll go ahead and I'll link it up here in the cards. It's where I made the decision to stop focusing on debt and to rebuild the emergency fund. We used our emergency fund, all our Christmas savings, all of that, when we had to replace our washing machine recently. Our washing machine gave out on us and we were out of having clean clothes for about a week almost. It was very difficult. Had to wash clothes by hands. I almost felt like I was being taken back to the olden times. So I'm happy to say that, of course, we do have our washing machine now. We do have it ready to go. It's one of those things that you don't realize how important it is until you don't have it. And so now we need to build up the emergency fund just in case something else like this happens again. So like I said, we have a total of $583. And each one of these little categories that you're going to see, each page correlates to a certain amount that we save. So like this first page right here is $20. And that's where the 20 comes from. So this is a tracker for the whole book. And I've already gone through and I've done the numbers. And for this time around, we can color in all of these up to where it says 45. And we're only going to color in $12 worth. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But what I thought I'd do is that while I'm coloring, I kind of give you some updates as far as what's going on here in our lives. So I need to color in everything as it adds up to 583. So we're going to take away every single number that is here, even the ones we've already colored. And then we're going to see just to make sure that we are in the right place, because I feel like I might not be sure with myself. And I don't like that feeling. So I'm hoping I did this correct. $12? Yes. Okay. So that first little circle just kind of threw me off a little bit, but we can color it in because it's counting the entire amount. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab these markers randomly. I have no sense of color scheme. So if you're expecting something pretty and amazing, you came to the wrong channel for colorful and amazing. For right now, I'm just like, I'm happy if my marker doesn't run out and it doesn't go dry on me. It must be going through menopause. Okay. But yeah, so let me go ahead and just tell you a little bit about what's been going on. So I went back to work. I'm already back. I'm a teacher, in case you didn't know. I'm a teacher. I teach music, and I'm always afraid that they're going to cut the budget and get rid of the music programs, you know, because it's happened in neighboring districts, and that's kind of scary, especially when your livelihood is really revolving around your job. I mean, my husband makes enough money to where we could survive off of his income for a short while, just until I got my feet back on the ground. But I think what has to happen is I actually would like to improve on my education, because what I want to do as far as like education is concerned, I'd like to go ahead and get a certification in a different area, one that will be more sought for. I thought about doing maybe like teaching history, because I like history, and kind of like correlate it to music. But at the same time, there's like a lot of testing in music, and I feel like, not music, in history. I feel like I would probably not do as well as I would hope. And so there's a little bit of fear of going into that. And then I thought, well, maybe I could go into teaching elementary music, because my certification is for all grade levels. But at the same time, I don't have patience for elementary. Man, my patience runs thin, and that may not be good. Especially if you're working with little ones. And so I don't think that would be the best bet. I would do it just until maybe I found something that, that would better suit me. But at the same time, I'm not somebody who likes to jump around in jobs. I like to keep my foot or my place for as long as I can, or as long as I can manage it, right? But these job markets, they're so crazy, and I just don't have faith sometimes. But that's where I need to get better. I need to just leave it in God's hands and know that He has a plan for me already written down, and just follow through with it, whatever it may be, whatever that plan may be. I'm very blessed to have the job that I have, so I'm grateful for that. And so I want to do everything I can to make sure that it is a viable job. I've had students that want to go into education, and they come back and they tell me, like, you were an influence on me. And then it would make me so sad if they were to get rid of my position. And then what kind of hope does that send out to the kids who were inspired to try to do the same thing? And that kind of breaks my heart a little bit. And then having a side hustle is great and all. Like, I'm so happy that I am finally monetized here on YouTube. But I don't know, like, I feel like I don't have the best of personalities for this. Like, I don't know, like, or I'm not creative enough. There's a lot of self-doubt. And, whenever you see your video and it only has like 5 views in the first hour, it's like, wow, okay, I guess I suck. Like, those negative voices just start kicking in. And it's like, it's not that I suck, it's just that, I'm just not offering things that many people are looking for. And so I'm like thinking to myself, how can I maybe try to make this, better, to where people actually want to tune in. And the thing is that I keep myself very private. I've never shown my face here on YouTube because of privacy. I wouldn't want anybody to find out what I do. Because there's nothing wrong with being on YouTube. It's just that when you see people, your everyday life, and they know what you do, then they're going to be like, oh, but you said this on your channel, but you're doing this. I don't know. It just feels like there's more scrutiny instead of understanding. But I don't know. I was thinking about doing a giveaway, And if that's something that you would be interested in, you know, leave something in the comments that just lets me know. Let me see, what could I say? Just write the words, I'm interested. And then that way I can see, okay, maybe I could do a virtual gift card, or I could do a giveaway like with ledger book and highlighters for somebody who wants to maybe start their own budgeting journey. But I definitely just want to do something different to improve and try to gain more watch out. Well, I don't need watch hours as much anymore, but I need more like views, because this is what I want to have help pay down our debt. Sorry, like I said, I'm not the best person to color. I don't color inside the lines. I am curious to know though, like if any of you have taken the time to, let me see, hold on, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. If any of you have taken the time or have had the thoughts of collaborating with one another, I know I've seen some people do that. I don't know if I would do it, because then that would require like more from me instead of just my hands. But look at this, we're getting a lot of coloring done, which is awesome. And if you're still here with me, I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm trying to tell a story while I do this coloring. But I wasn't expecting to save so much in the emergency fund. I really wasn't. But I mean, instead of focusing on debt, I just simply put my mindset to put it onto the emergency fund, because that's what we need. We need the emergency fund to be funded. Because man, like what I said in my previous video is like, we don't even have enough money in our account to cover a flat tire. And now we do, right? Now we have enough money to cover a flat tire, which is awesome. But now we don't have enough to cover a whole set. So it's like, okay, now we can cover one tire. Now we got to work on the whole set. But yeah, that's why I'd like to focus on building up the emergency fund. I know my husband wants to do something to our vehicle because it had to get the re-gearing done. And so I know that we need to have a little bit of money in for that too. So I got to figure out how we're going to pay for that. All right, let's see here. Did we color it? Yes, okay. Let me go ahead and speed up through these next few pages. And just like that, we've already colored in our progress for saving towards our emergency fund. I think once we're done with this book, we'll probably try to save again once we're in a more comfortable position, and just cross these out as we put them into our account. And that should do it. All right, guys, well, that's it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already to continue seeing our progress towards our emergency fund. All right, we'll see you. Bye.